Hello everyone, Professor MoneyPigTrading. Really big day for the MoneyPigTrading community, Discord group, and of course for the patients and the medical community. That the humans' first solid tumor T-cell therapy, Lifi, finally got FDA approval after years of waiting. And it's from Iovance Biotherapeutics, ticker name IOVA. Great job, Iovance. And we want to upgrade the best target price to $31 per share. And I know it has been a really bumpy ride. We joined this game when the Iovance was at around $6 or $7, pushed back to $9, and because of small cap sell off at the end of last year, it went down all the way to $3, right? And went up to $10. And even right before the approval news came out, before the market closed, actually $10 to $9, right? Still playing everybody. And then when the conference call starts, everything looks pretty good. After our hour, the stock price just pushed back to $12. And we do think the price will go a lot higher. Let's take a look. So really quick disclaimer, we currently hold IOVA stocks, loan them, and we do not represent any pharmaceutical company. Any medical question, please consult your doctors. And we are not financial advisors, please invest at your own risks. So really big day, and even Iovance Biotherapeutics updated their website. You can see how excited they are. They even issued 45,000 shares to 16 unexecutive employees. So that's a really good management to reward their employees. And also really congrats to the patients and medical community. We do think this is a really big technology breakthrough in the human history that the cancer treatment landscape will change forever. So congrats for everyone that involves or in the community. That's really great news. So let's take a look what happened to the conference call. So the management actually updated the treatment is 515,000 per treatment. So it's higher than what we previously quoted in the previous video, 300,000 per treatment. We know that's a really ridiculously low number, but we want to be realistic, don't want to overestimate. In our mind, most likely around 450,000 per treatment, but eventually the management quote this number. However, the reason we're quoting low is because you have to consider something. Commercial insurance, which Iovance in the last earnings call said most of the patient probably will use commercial insurance, which probably will be willing to pay more, up to 515,000 per treatment. However, if you have a good, decent portion of patients from the government insurance, which often sign a fixed rate contract with pharmaceutical companies, it could come a lot lower per treatment. So if you combine these two, depending on the weighted average, the number can range, I believe, somewhere between 400K to 515K. So it's really, we have to observe this in the next few earnings cycles, see what kind of treatment insurance landscape Iovance will have on this Lifi. And also in the conference call, they do mention the FDA labels are pretty ideal, so we agree. The only issue we thought is the box warning. So there are 4 box warning that you don't really typically see on other CAR T-cell therapies. Including internal organ hemorrhage, cardiac disorder, respiratory failure, and acute renal failure, which is none of them you want. However, the management doesn't think, in a conference call they mentioned that this warning won't impact the sales, they believe, because right now, Lifi is used as the last stage 4 advanced melanoma treatment. So this patient, they don't really have much choice. But we do think with these box warnings that you don't really see in those typical cancer treatments or even the CAR T therapies. If Lifi, they will Iovance really want to make them as a first-line treatment, I do think some doctors might have some concerns. But we'll just have to see. And of course, we know Iovance is doing really hard to improve their products and more clinical trials on the way. So maybe in the newer version of Lifi or other TIL therapies won't have this box warning / side effects. Well, we just have to see. But again, still really good news. We think this is pretty good news and just some box warning that make it a little imperfect in our opinion. And however, those side effects, box warnings, were listed side effects in the clinical trial. I wasn't just very sure if FDA is going to label them or not, but eventually FDA did ask Iovance to put this box warnings. However, that doesn't really stop the story here. We updated this table. Before we quoted this number of 300,000 per treatment. Now we updated with the what management guidance provider is 515,000 per treatment. And of course, this number could be lower, depends on the weighted average of different insurance and their rates. But if let's say Iovance did reach its target of 2,500 patients in the next 1 year, and we're looking at $1.3 billion revenue per year. And then based on the PS value of 6, which is a pretty typical early biotech valuation, we're looking at a decent valuation, $7.7 billion. Consider the current 247 million floating shares, that equal to $31 per share. And again, like Iovance and our previous video mentioned, Iovance does have the capacity relatively quickly to expand to 5,000 patients. That will bring the stock price fair market value to $62 per share. And if Iovance does decide to build more factory to expand to 10,000 patients, they can fair market value to reach 124 per share. So definitely a long way. Even after market hours, $12 per share, we think there's still a lot of upside there. Okay, and plus you can see this downtrend break, and if I remember correctly, I forgot the numbers on top of my head, make this video really quickly. So the short interest, I believe, if I remember correctly, is 26%. So that means there's a lot of short squeeze coming up, probably potentially after the long weekend into next week. And currently the price is falling to the line that we have been provided. The blue line is the best case scenario. The red line is still lower limit in the best case scenario. You can see on the right side is the actual 23H1 is $7 per average, and the second half of 2023 the average is 5.88. So it's very fully into the range, and we do expect the 24 first half the Lifi will get approved, 95% of a chance, as we mentioned in the previous video. There you go. So now we're predicting a range somewhere between $18 to $40. So we believe there's still a lot of upside there. And very likely this company with this technology, it could be a buyout target from Big Pharma. So we'll just have to see. And based on what the numbers we provided, we really think it's at least $40 per share easy acquisition target. But of course, that's before the share dilution. If they decide to dilute the share less than next week, the stock price could tank a little bit. So really happy, really awesome day. And thanks everyone to holding through. And just want to highlight our long-term investment Discord channel. We just play with real money, $65,000 benchmarking account to show everybody how it performs. So we started back to 2021. And as of this week, the account is about $124,000. It's almost double. Thanks for Iovance Biotherapeutic. This account will double next week. We'll reach 130,000. So really good job. Thanks, Iovance. And if you really like our content, make sure to like this video and share with friends. And just want to highlight, we have been beating the market. In 2022, the market was really bad. We're down about 10%, while SPY, QQQ, ARKK down really badly too. In 2023, the market was doing good and we returned 67%, while S&P 500 was up 24%. So we beat S&P 500 and QQQ. So really nice performance. If you want to learn more about our Discord channel, which we provide a lot more updates, real time, what we enter, what we exit, plus a lot more verticals, AI stocks, cybersecurity, early biotech, etc., etc. So make sure to check us out on www.moneypigtrading.com and follow us on Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook group, and Reddit on All Money Pig Trading. Thank you. See you guys next time. Bye-bye.